Mic check, mic check. Hey, what's going on? It's Inventor here, with my fourth and final 1 to 60 on the Diablo 4 Season 8 PTR. It's time for me to run the Thorns Barbarian. I was reluctant to use the Thorns Barbarian for this season because Thorns sounds pretty miserable to play on a season, which is very boss heavy. But I think that with help from the boss powers, it should be possible to make this build work. Do note that the PTR is ending tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to get this character up to Torment 4. But I want to at least see how the boss powers work with this build. So, of course, I will start with a seasonal character on this season of the bosses, or at least that's the name they're using as a placeholder. There's no green hell tides, unlike Season of Witchcraft's headhunts. Instead, we will get Apparition Incursions, which are events wherein you get boss powers and spectral ashes for upgrading them. I am going to skip the campaign and start on normal. And for this character, I want to try one last leveling method. This method involves running dungeons worth 5 Grim Favors, but on higher difficulty levels. So I get not just Whispers, but a lot of extra XP from monsters as well, assuming that I have the strength to clear them. Penitent and Expert, especially early on, are no joke. The monsters do have a lot more health than they would in normal. Of course, the fastest leveling method is either getting boosted through the pit by another player or doing the Vessel Hatred or the Vessel of Hatred campaign to get from 1 to 60. But I would like to test the leveling journey since 1 to 25 and Torment 1 to 4 is tougher now. Since this is the PTR, the seasonal questline that I normally start with is not present either. Now, talking about the build itself, this is going to be a barbarian build centered around thorns, or at least that's how it will be while leveling up, I'm hoping. Now, regarding the aspects that I need and the tempering, we'll start off with that because it is much easier to talk about. So, the two recipes that we care about the most are Natural Finesse for generic damage, which helps my thorns as well, And then there's another aspect called natural schemes. Now, natural schemes is another really big one. In fact, it's probably more important than my natural finesse, even because Thorns damage scales in a very bizarre way as compared to other skills. Other skills take a bit of time to get ramped up, but then natural schemes, at least for the first 20 levels or 30 levels, will, like, if I have it tempered on all of my equipment, I can essentially one-shot most monsters that hit me, as I will demonstrate a little later, especially with plus damage modifiers. So that's for tempering. Now, aspects, also a very simple thing to talk about. Of course, there's always the usual aspects that can be somewhat helpful. So in this case, I can talk about, like, let's say Juggernauts and Disobedience just for extra armor, but I could probably make use of whatever they provide me to. Like, there's Assimilation, Iron Blood, maybe not Prudent Heart, but you get the idea. There's plenty of other ones that I can use, whatever I get access to, and whichever ones I feel like. Then for resource, now this is a very important one. Actually, this is probably the most important aspect. This and Death Wish, but Bull Chieftain's aspect will allow me to taunt monsters later. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to show it on the level 1 to 60 journey, but if I were to make it into Torment, some of the boss powers I intend to use Bold Chieftains to reset my taunt. I believe it's Challenging Shout, so that would help a lot. Utility, I don't really know if there's any particular utility aspects that I need, so that's not a big deal. I don't even really channel anything on this setup, so. And then as for movement speed, well, there's no... Well, I could do like Ghost Walker or Slaughter, but... Oh, no, hold on. Perpetual Stomping is the go-to one. Yeah, because the way this build works, I'm going to be using a lot of Leap, and then Kick and Ground Stomp are going to reset my Leap so that I can Leap again. And the reason I need Leap is because I believe it's a Brawling skill, and that triggers Berserking, and then Berserking triggers Thorns from Death Wish. Speaking of Death Wish, now this is the good stuff here. When it comes to the offensive aspects, this will be the core of the build. Of course, like I mentioned, Vocalized Empowerment is... No, wait. It's Bold Chieftains. Bold Chieftains is probably the most, or one of the most important aspects, but perhaps even more important than that one would be Death Wish and a Needle Flare as well. Death Wish gives me Thorns while Berserking, so the idea here will be to put Thorns on a two-handed weapon so that I get as much Thorns as possible while Berserking. So I think that would cover it for most of the offensive aspects. Now, from there on out, you're looking at whichever aspects give you increased damage. So ideally, like, increased generic damage or increased physical damage. So for example, like Aspect of Inner Calm could be very useful. If I throw it on a ring or an amulet, I just get free damage off of that. Same with Aspect of Elements and so on. But I'm not going to mark every individual aspect. There's only really two that I care about right now, which are Death Wish and Needle Flare. With these two aspects alone, I think I can get through the first 30 levels with very little difficulty. So that's another reason I start on normal. I need to open up by going to grab Death Wish. So that's for aspects and tempering. The next thing to talk about are skills. I usually like to start off with Frenzy, then I go Upheaval to start. Later, I'll switch it to one of these passive nodes. But until then, I would use Upheaval. Because Upheaval is very strong for the first few levels. I mean, it's very strong throughout, but it will allow me to do a significant amount of damage and carry me to when I actually pick up Thorns. You can see here they still haven't really reworked Thorns. Getting like even 3 ranks into Outburst is largely pointless at my current level of power. So, tough as nails. I could pick that up. I could also do this. Challenging Shout, Enhanced Challenging Shout, and then there's the option to gain Fury, or I can get Thorns equal to a percentage of my maximum life. That's not bad either, But right now, this early on, 30% of my max life is only 6 Thorns, so it's very difficult to do a Thorns build at level 1. Luckily for me, however, I'm not going to be level 1 for very long. So I would use Belligerence. Belligerence is one we got to look out for. We're going to be spamming a lot of Frenzy early on, which should boost our damage by a little bit. Or I can actually pick up some of the other skills as well. It's also a brawling skill and applies vulnerable. Yeah, Ground Stomp is a pretty good one. So, yeah, I'm just going to pick up the skills that I'm going to eventually need. So I'm grabbing Leap here, and then later I'll grab Kick. And let me just adjust build the way it's supposed to go. It's been a while, so I think it's like that. Yeah. And then I usually use War Cry. No, wait, it's Kick. Yeah. With aspect of perpetual stomping. But yeah, so that's for the skills. I don't know of any major changes to Thorns, so it's roughly the same as last season. But boss power spice things up. I don't have the tab unlocked, but I believe there's an aspect from Andariel, or no, sorry, a boss power from Andariel, where if I stand still, there's a flaming skull that orbits around me. Now that's the one that I'm really intrigued by, that I want to try with this build. The way that I'm building this Thorns Barbarian, I'm going to be able to stack 10 or perhaps even 20,000 life pretty easily, which makes this character super durable, super tanky, and I would just need to wait for Andy's Flaming Skull to kill everything, more or less. Now, at this point, I would also talk about like reward caches, Smoldering Ashes, and Saving Renown. So Smoldering Ashes, I can't really, like, I'm in the PTR, so that's not an available feature. Same thing applies to reward caches. There's no reputation caches. There's no season journey reward caches. And there's no Smoldering Ashes. Renown, if you have Renown, well, I mean, the first 2 ranks of Renown are effectively worthless. But the 3rd tier Renown, this gives a ton of XP. I would like to turn those in when I reach level 59, ideally. So that'll boost me directly up to 60. Yeah, I'll talk about the leveling process in a little bit too. Elixirs and incense. I don't have any elixirs, I don't have any incense on hand, but whenever those become available, I would throw those on. And now it's time to go and equip my pet. I can use... I mean, I don't know the difference between all of these, so this time let's go with Rotley. Confirm the look. And I'm gonna go equip my... Or I'm gonna go grab a mercenary too. Yeah, Aldkin. Okay, so what I was intending to do is to run Aldkin because I've pretty much used all the other ones. I definitely used Subo, I used Vargiana on my last run, and I think I started off with Brahir on my Companion Druid. But this one I would like to, or this run I'd like to run with Aldkin. And then finally, I would also pick up Vargiana. I don't think that I've run this combination, or perhaps I have, but not during this PTR. This is some interesting dialogue. Yeah, I didn't even know that that was a dialogue option either. Even coming back down here, there's some dialogues that I haven't seen between these characters. Alright, so for my mercenary, just wanted to point out, for the Thorns Barbarian, best is probably Subo. Because later on, ideally, like, I'm going to replace Upheaval for Steel Grasp, and then Steel Grasp would allow me to pull monsters in. When I have Subo, he's effectively a walking map hack, so that would help me figure out where the monsters are that I can pull monsters in from. So, as for the leveling process, now, normally I would start off by running the Codex Powers. I would do the seasonal quest line. I would do the class quest, Whispers, and then Strongholds. But I don't have the seasonal quest line available on the PTR, and I've already completed the class quest on this account since I did it on another character. So I'm going to farm the Codex powers first that I need into the 5 Grim Favor dungeons that I was talking about later. And I will scale up the difficulty based on how powerful my character becomes. So we'll see how this all goes. Um, Worth noting that apparition incursions are important for boss powers. So you see this. This is the seasonal event. I can't really call it a seasonal zone. Okay, maybe you want to call it a seasonal zone. Seasonal zone event, whatever. This is where you get your boss powers from. I don't usually run these until I make it in a Torment because that's where more ash starts to drop. And maybe I can run 1 or 2 of those just to pick up some free powers later, but it's not my primary priority. All right, it's time for us to actually begin the gameplay. So out we go from level 1, and oh, wait, perhaps one more thing to be done. I can grab Shockwave anytime I leap, I guess. I don't really know. A similar situation with Aldkin. One interesting thing about Aldkin is he does drain mana. He applies vulnerable sometimes, but he would actually eat up my Fury, I believe, unless they changed that. A little frustrating that that was ever a thing, but yeah, ideally, I Unleashed Evil curses you for its duration. See, I don't mind becoming vulnerable. I just mind them draining my Fury. But even then, I'm not really going to be using too much Fury on this build. I mean, early on with Upheaval, I will be, but later on, not so much. So you can see Apparition Incursion and World Boss. Yeah, Apparition Incursion, I can clear that. Begins in 2 minutes, and I can get some boss powers from that. Or if there are people at the World Boss, which I doubt, but if there are, I can just run up to the world boss, grab a boss power, just kind of mooch on the side, and then I'd be able to pick up one of the boss powers. Any of the 3 is perfectly acceptable. That just would give me an extra source of damage that would help me out significantly. So this is Yashari Sanctum. Let me get not Inner Calm. Death Wish. Okay, let's start Death Wish. Completing Penitent Cairns. Did I unmark it? Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, now it's pinned. So, in order to get there, it is up this way, which incidentally happens to be right past the Apparition Incursions. So we're gonna start here. Gameplay-wise, hope I haven't put you to sleep with that little explanation at the beginning, but I always have to kind of give the rundown of how all this is put together. I can probably grab the waypoint on the way in. Apparition Incursion, I could run this solo if I wanted to, but I'd rather go get my Thorns related equipment first. Alright, Apparition Incursion. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this real quick. I'm gonna guess that there's no one that's gonna be running this event, but or at least at this time. But I can pass by the eye just to show what it's about. Yeah, it's kind of a fun event, to be honest. It's kind of like Legion events, um, but with like more bosses. Yeah. And you get like reward with boss powers and the means to upgrade them. So I feel like that concept of it could be pretty fun for next season. But I think right now the level of power that you get from these boss powers is like insanely high. Yes, finally we are at Thorns, Aaron. Yes. So I think I've talked about everything I needed to start off this whole run through. So now I'm just gonna focus on playing. Yeah, how's it going, Aaron? Thanks for swinging by. And yes, we are playing Thorns finally. You can be excited about that, I hope, since I'm sure you've been looking to get this for quite some, to see this for quite some time. Alright, I'm just gonna... You can see my upheaval hits for like 35 damage. Okay, great axe. I don't need to pick up anything right now. It's really just whichever weapon has the highest item power. I think that's what my upheaval is set to by default. Yeah, so... Yeah, this is gonna be Thorns. I think I talked about how I'm reluctant to play Thorns, just because I don't know how I'm going to scale the damage on Thorns to kill bosses specifically. And then finally I decided, hey, what legendary pants already? Okay, I didn't expect that. And I get DR from basic attacks, why not? So I think I mentioned I was... Okay, is this worth it? Why not? Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think that it would be really all that possible to make Thorns Barb like really strong, but I think that with the boss powers it's doable. There's a particular boss power, I forget what it's called. I think it's like Andariel's Flaming Skull. It orbits like some poison or some like flaming skull around you, and then as long as you stand still. I think it's when you stand still. So it does a lot of damage. Thorns for the win? Yeah, Thorns, finally. Get to see monsters hit me and die, but obviously I'm not quite at that point yet. I'm still not quite there yet. I still have a ways to go before I get to that point. Alright, I managed to save all of them. I don't think that I got much XP out of this, though. I think I might have just been better off finishing all this. I didn't even really do that much for fighting, but okay. Alright, I did get some obols out of it at least, so that's kind of nice. Later I can use that to get like a rare weapon or rare anything. I want to temper my equipment, but I still need rare items in order to do that. Barrier got dispelled. I don't know where that leads to. It might be a dead end, but yeah, I'm gonna keep moving down here. There. Nice little stomp. Now I have some more skill. Oh, right. I'm supposed to get this, and then supposed to pick this up for berserking. Is how it's supposed to go. Alright. Days of Atonement. I can leap here. Yeah, we're getting there. Polearm. Definitely want to try and up my weapon, at least, so that I can get through this more quickly. Boy, look at that. So, here's the other thing, too. I want to get this dungeon done as quickly as I can, because it's not even worth any whispers, and it takes a while. It takes a while to kill the boss on this dungeon if I don't set it to normal. Like, it actually does take a lot more time than it's worth. Oh, the pedestal. Finally. Alright. Oh. There. Gonna start amping up my damage. And yeah, I mean, upheaval is so strong. Especially with this setup. I got belligerence. So frenzy does boost my attack damage in that sense, and then I have upheaval, which carries like extra damage based off of how many times I hit with my other skills. So I think we're pretty much set here. I'm gonna salvage everything. I've unlocked the aspect that I wanted. Okay, Karagar is my go-to. I'm gonna set to Tree of Whispers for now. And then the next place I would need to go is actually to the Imperial Library. And then I would run the Thorns aspect, like Needle Flare. So that's what would end up happening here. Then my Thorns becomes AoE, so I need those two aspects. Alright. Salvage all. And I'll temper on this. See, I don't think, yeah, I'm short 2 Veiled Crystals, so eventually I'll find some rares that I can salvage. I'm not gonna try just yet, but, you know, give it like another level or 2, and then we'll be ready. Yeah, it takes a little bit of legwork to get this build up and going. But when it hits, it hits. Alright, slay all enemies. Yeah, there are quite a few here. There we are. At least I have a good bit of damage here. Class feature unlock weapon expertise. Do I? Oh, okay. Start to increase damage to vulnerable enemies. Well, I'm always going to be using a polearm anyway later on. So probably two-handed axe, I guess. If I had a two-handed axe, I would like to use that instead. There. Kill faster, please. I'm trying, man. I really am. It does take some time. I can't just. It's not so simple, right? I mean, I need to kill all enemies on this one, so it takes a little bit of time. I get going here. My guy runs so slowly too. That's the other problem for all this. If I can get extra movement speed, or maybe even just leap itself could go quicker. Like I got like a 16-second cooldown on this. Okay. Yeah, it takes a bit of extra time. I think like an extra, what, 20 minutes to get these two aspects. But once I get these two aspects, I'm fine. I don't need to look at them again. And then there's that aspect for perpetual stomping that I could use too. But, of course, I don't know if I really need that one. I think just these two aspects are enough to have me going for a good long while. Oh, and here they come. Glad that they pull all the monsters over so that they don't have to run all the way to every individual monster. Leap. Or maybe I can grab get like Steel Grasp or something. Really just waiting for my Death Wish aspect so that this build can come online. Well, okay. Can't quite jump over that. Oh yeah, he's in flame form. I think they made it so it doesn't drain out mana anymore, which is a really good change. The other thing too is, the other reason why I have this set to normal is that if I find a Butcher down here, then that'd be great. I can upheaval these guys. There. Yeah, if I find a Butcher, I get like 75% physical damage from Butcher's Cleaver as one of the bonuses. So I could use that to my advantage. I've gotten Butcher a few times down here, and it's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll run... Well, maybe when I run some of the other Nightmare dungeons, I can actually potentially encounter a Butcher. Wait, why am I still here? I should be going straight to the end. Oh, can't even look over that. Alright, let's get the short sword. Here we are. Shari, just get to one-shot this. There. Managed to kill all of them with that. Oh. Yeah, this one's plain damage. That could help for now. Steel Grasp is killing them quite nicely too. Are you gonna play season? Oh yeah, of course. I'm pretty much gonna play every season when it comes out, I think, unless something goes horribly wrong. Like, I actually, for all the flaws that the game has, I genuinely do enjoy it. You know, a lot of people complain about things about the game, and they're not wrong. There's like a lot of problems. I mean, even this season, I have my fair share of criticisms. But the funny thing is, this season might be like, I might actually discourage. Like, it's gonna sound so weird. This is the kind of season which I myself am... I'm interested in playing it. I will play it, but I wouldn't recommend it to other people necessarily. Yeah. There, that's a lot of damage. There. Just gonna keep hitting him with upheaval. I mean, I at least have a response for bosses like this, but obviously when it comes to okay, I don't need any of these. Alright, so I'm done here. I'm gonna go back to Tree of... Well, I need to do those whispers now that I've unlocked my aspect. I was gonna run these dungeons, but I think... Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna commit to it. My plan originally was to try to clear these... Oh, Iron Blood aspect. What dungeons can I get like powers from here? Okay, these are mostly sorcerer aspects, but I can clear the one for Iron Blood. Oh, the world boss is spawning in 8 minutes, so I gotta be mindful of that. 48 minutes. Sure, I'll do this one. Dead Man's Dredge. Actually, wait. I'm gonna salvage everything before I go to Yelesna. You've been playing Ark lately in Overwatch? Hey, I respect it. Those are two very good games. Yeah, how's Overwatch going for you? I've been playing a bit of like Warzone here and there, but I just wouldn't ever really stream it. I just don't really have much good reason to do so. Yeah. Once I get some rares, I would... Oh yeah, here's Speak of the Devil. So there's a treasure goblin here. I'm gonna hit this treasure goblin. Oh shoot! He actually backed up. Trying to hit this treasure goblin. Oh, he is too fast. He actually is so fast. I can't catch him. There. Ah, finally got him. Hey, legendary axe. What is this? My throw deals increased damage. Rolls another 2 weapons. Not bad. I mean, I could stick with this for now, but I want to get to the point where I can run Thorns, right? Oh, another treasure goblin. All right. Yeah. There we go. There's a kill in 3 hits. Hey, another one. Good one. When he's hit by Dust Devils, take increased damage from all your other sources. Well, I mean, that'd be useful, except I'm not trying to make a Dust Devil Barbarian here. Now, I was originally going to do just the 5 Grim Favor Whisper, but since I've already finished this one, I might as well clear it quickly. Your Xbox doesn't run Marvel Rivals, so I'm still playing Overwatch. Really? Wow. Is it like too old or something? Overwatch is cool. Lots of new levels and characters. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a game that like is comparable that I'm playing right now. I don't really have too many games like that. I will say that I am looking forward to the new map coming out for Warzone. It's not really a new map, more like a return to an old map, but I like the old map. And I think Last Epoch is rolling out its new season on April the 2nd. Now, I'm actually super excited for that one. I'll probably... You need a better horse. Yes, yes, I gotcha, I gotcha. 1 second. Stable. And... Yeah, okay. Bloody steed here. Ooh. That's a nice look there. And Butcher's Trophy Cleave. Alright. Yes. So that's what my horse looks like now. Okay. I'm running this one on normal for now. Like, I do want to up this to Penitent in a little bit, but before I up it to Penitent, I want to make sure that my equipment is tip-top shape. Or not even tip-top shape, I really do need to get Thorns as a modifier. That's the main issue here. There we go. But lots of new levels and characters. Like, Last Epoch for me is the one game I have that is kind of in that boat right now, I guess. I don't really know of any other ones that are rolling out new characters and all that. Yeah, I haven't really seen a game that's caught my eye since, like, X-Defiant that's similar to Overwatch. It's too bad, really. I've been itching for, like, a proper shooter to play. But no such luck there so far. Alright. Fury per second. I think I'm okay with Fury per second. Yeah, this skill is pretty handy, Steel Grasp. Yeah, later I'm gonna need to switch skills, but I'm gonna need to switch out Upheaval. That also gives me a lot of damage for now, but yeah, later I think I can get rid of it for something a little more useful. Okay. Finish him off. I just need like another 2 levels and I'll be done here. It's actually so painful. Like, yeah, the first 10 levels, I really do think that them... Like right now, with the adjustments they've made, 1 to 25 feels so much faster doing like activities that give a percentage of your XP bar, I guess. So like whispers and all that. Yeah, maybe my old method of just running 1s and 3s early on wasn't actually too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that later. Also, the seasonal quest line. That will probably give a good amount of XP. Oh, can't even jump over this. No, I've never played Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Well, what is Kingdom Come Deliverance about? Damages an enemy gained 100%. Oops. Yeah, I'm just leveling up my polearm right now. I should actually be using an axe, I think. Yeah. Need to level up my axe. Oh, did I get my first... Yeah, I got my first rare item. Looking for rares right now. That's why I was running the... I was doing a few of those treasure goblins. Was hoping to get some legendaries or veiled crystals, but I couldn't get either, it looks like. Free the prisoners. There's some prisoners here. Yeah. Ah, I'll head up this way. 13th Century Medieval Simulator. Is that the game where you can actually, like, carry around a bow and an arrow and then you actually shoot at stuff with your bow and arrow? When you're in combat and all that? That was a pretty interesting concept. I'll give it that. Okay, 2 more prisoners here.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, bless you.
And I just need 1 more. Oh, resplendent chest. And that did not give me anything too useful, except for this Lumrin, but that still doesn't help me. Oh. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, it takes forever for me to clear all this. Like, how long into the run are we already? Like 20 minutes? I wonder if there's a faster way to go about this. Oh, is this the, this is gonna be the end of the run in a second. There we go. Okay, so we did get like 50% out of this. Still feel like running the Grim Favors would be quicker, but that's a start. I'm gonna chuck this one out and replace it with this, I suppose. 9 strength. That's all strength. Oh. Yeah, I do need a 2-handed sword specifically so I can start leveling it up and all that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really liking how slowly, the combat is hard, bow and arrow is hard. Oh, I believe that, yeah. I'm really trying to get those whispers so that I can crank up my thorns. I could... Oh, yeah, there we go. But then again, I actually only have a percentage chance to roll thorns as part of the issue here. I'll try it with the 2 veiled crystals I have. And see what happens. 8 thorns on the first try, alright. Yeah, in that case... Oh, it's the world boss. I'm gonna start heading there and see if I can... Oh, it's such a far trek. I think this would be the closest one. Didn't even notice I didn't have a waypoint close to it. I think I don't make this one. That's too bad. It would have been nice to pick up the world boss power. If ever it's possible to get the world boss power from the very beginning of the game, that would help so much. Oh, okay, it ended. Alright. No biggie then. Wait. Where am I headed to? I didn't expect that to take as long as it did. I genuinely think I might be better off just hitting the 3s early on until I make it to like level 25. I'll probably end up trying that very briefly if I have time later, just to see, because 1 to 25 takes like forever for leveling. I mean, it doesn't take forever, but it's certainly slower, right? Well, let's see if Penitent will speed things up. Complete the stockades. Forgotten Ruins. Well, I mean, I'm pretty close to stockades, so I'll run that one. I could probably also pick up an elixir. I don't think the useful elixirs are available to me until a little after. Like, I can get Iron Barb's elixir, but that's like level 20. All the good stuff is unlocked, like after level 15. So I need to tune up my leveling process so that like I can clear 1 to 15 really easily or quickly. Okay, let's see if leveling on Penitent is at all feasible. Oh yeah, that's pretty decent, I would say. Except for these elites. These elites actually take forever. And that was overpowered crit too. That was horrible. Yeah, I think I have to get out of here. Although I am getting like a lot of XP from these monsters. They're... I want to say they're okay to kill, but these guys actually do take so long to bring down. Yeah, it's not too bad, the amount of XP I'm getting. Later, I want to switch over to see what happens if I get thorns and all that, but...
Please don't be afraid of me.
Right. Keep moving up. I have 2 extra points I can do stuff with. Maybe in a little bit. Do I have belligerence maxed out? No, I actually don't have any points in belligerence. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this actually isn't too bad, like, clearing them on Penitent. I just wish I had a bit more damage, but this isn't anywhere near as terrible as I was expecting. The only problem is my Thorns is not quite where it needs to be yet to be my main source of damage like I want it to be. Still walls to go before that. Yeah. Imagine bow and arrow being hard though, Aaron. Alright. I can swing, and maybe pick up some belligerence too, so that I can boost up my upheaval damage and thorns damage. Go this way. Can I hit the Animus Carrier? Oh, it's vampiric. Could be a problem. How can a flame? Yeah, this does take a while. I don't know what the solution here would be. Like, if it's better to play Penitent or just stick on normal and then keep spamming Whispers. I think spamming Whispers is... The 3 Grim Favor Whispers is the way to go, but... I wanted to actually test and see how far we get with this. Alright. Helm. I probably need this because I can't temper on magic items, fortunately. Oh, this is taking a while. I actually don't have much Animus. I think I still need to clear a number of bosses for it. It takes me so long just to kill one of these. Actually makes me wonder what happens when I encounter the boss. Well, the one thing is that... There we are. Yeah, I really don't think Penitent is the way to go. Maybe like hard or expert at most, but even though like I can kill them. Like at my current level of power, I'm still able to kill them until they're gonna scale up a bit more and my gear becomes outdated. I think it's starting to get there already. They're slowly starting to become more and more updated as it is. That's another problem too. I have thorns, like 9 thorns, but it's not enough. Like I actually need all my gear to be up. Yeah, and I think that especially if I ran more whispers, I'd probably get more. Have I turned in whispers yet? Actually, no, I haven't turned in any whispers. I think if I turn in whispers, I get veiled crystal, right? That might actually get me kickstarted. That would have gotten me kickstarted, perhaps. Yeah, rather than doing this. I might actually just back out. This is taking so long. Like by the time I've done this run, if I can even finish it, like it's gonna be like I'll be here until tomorrow morning trying to finish this run. Gain more life, damage reduction against elites. Alright, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that would be able to kill me anyway. So I just tanked it. Okay, can salvage this. Okay, I'm gonna head back to town. I'm gonna head back to town. I'm gonna switch it back down to I'm gonna switch it back down to normal, I guess. Either normal or hard, but definitely not penitent. Monsters are like so tanky on penitent, even with upheaval. Alright, let me do normal. Yeah, it's taking so long. If I were able to get the boss power, then maybe I could do a bit better here, but for now, not really. Because the boss powers are kind of crazy. But from my understanding, most of the boss powers that are available, as magic grade, like the magic grade ones, you can pick those up from the apparitioning versions. Those ones don't really do damage, by my understanding. It's the rare and legendary ones where you get the most amount of damage. Alright, yeah. Yeah, suddenly everything becomes much easier. Only catches I myself don't get very much. Get very much XP out of this, but oh, a treasure goblin. Odious Ector. Really trying to figure out which way he's headed here. Oh, I actually hit him with that. There. Oh, did I get Veiled Crystals? Please tell me I got Veiled Crystals. They gave me everything but Veiled Crystals. Okay, well, I have no choice. I have to run these. Oh, right. I'm supposed to get Needle Flare. Oh, wait, no. But I actually need Veiled Crystals to put Needle Flare on my equipment. All of Veiled Crystals problem. If I have Veiled Crystals, then there's no issue here. Yeah, I think Whispers actually would be the way to go here. Baghammer Cudgel. Not bad, not bad. Actually, no, this is really good. Because I can put that on as my weapon. And I can actually put Needle Flare onto it once I have enough boss mats. Or, not boss mats, Veiled Crystals. There, yeah. Got like half the level from all the monsters I've killed, and it's going way quicker. But, still taking a while to do all this leveling. It genuinely feels faster to level from 25 to 45, or 25 to 50 than it does from 1 to 25, somehow. I think the problem with 1 to 25 is you have access to, like, nothing, right? You don't have access to any of the, tempers, or can't really, like, imprint aspects all that much. So, leveling from 1 to 25 feels pretty rough, especially on a lot of builds. I think that's the problem here with trying to level on Penitent with this setup. Just gonna stomp him. Still no legendaries or rares that I can salvage, unfortunately. Alright. Where is Animus Carrier? Alright. upheaval again. Hey, we got our first rare gloves. This one's got strength and attack speed, not too bad. Now I just need a way to get veiled crystals, and I'm hoping that if I'm lucky... Oh, sword staff. Full arm slashing. I think I need that right now. I'd like I would have preferred a two-handed axe, but in my current state... because I want to level my weapon mastery, but you know what? When I make it into Torment, I could probably level it much quicker than I ever could with my current level of power. Oh, this is the end here. I'm gonna head to the top left. Ooh, another ring too. Level 12. And I have 2 points here. Well, I could try to get... I'm gonna see what things I can pick up that can help me. Increase damage to injured and healthy? Yeah, why not? Works well with Thorns. Yeah, this dungeon is taking a while. I can't just speed clear it. Yeah, and this thing, like, trying to run these 5 Grim Favor dungeons is like... I don't know how I was ever able to clear this, like, really quickly on the Sorcerer. I mean, kind of know the answer, but... Like, the Sorcerer had teleport. Still, didn't expect it to ever take this long. To the point where, yeah, if I ran nothing but 3 Grim Favor Whispers, I think I'd be far better off than whatever it is that's going on here. I think I'm starting to get Strength Max Life, yes. I'm not going to need Fury very soon anyway. Yeah, okay, finally, all my equipment is rare, so now I gotta get ready to temper them. And then that'll be the end of it. Yeah, what if the monsters will end up being able to kill me, though? That's the scary thing, I'd say. And now that I have all rares, I'm gonna be getting going here. Here we are. Wanderer's Tunic. And then where's the Animus Urn? Don't tell me I have to go all the way back. I think I actually have to. Druidic Signet too? Not sure. Leap again. Yeah, I feel like with Leap I have way more mobility on this. Strength and max life. Okay. Hey, this one's got max life and a bit of thorns, but I actually think I prefer my current one. I don't value +1 thorns as much as I do the 9 strength. Animus Urn. And then healing well. Well, it's alright then. No, leave it be. I'll get some drops, so ahead of time. That'll make it vulnerable. There we go. Take some damage out of this. And one more time should do the trick. Vulnerable, and then throw the upheaval at him. Okay, finally starting to get some veiled crystals. And let me take a look here at... Oh no, never mind, I didn't get veiled crystals, I got angel breath. Oh, that's pretty useless to me, I would say. I mean, it'll be useful later, but just not right now, that's all. Okay, I think that everything I have in my inventory is worth salvaging. Okay, so that gave us some 16 veiled crystals, and then um probably I'm gonna aim to get some one-handed. They got a nice level up out of that. One-handed. They still only give me magics, but they give any veiled crystals? They gave like no veiled crystals. The only veiled crystals I've gotten so far are the ones that I've salvaged. Well, it's okay. I can. That's kind of interesting. What's with this lag? Okay, so now that I at least have some veiled crystals, I can try and. Oh, that reminds me. Why didn't I do this? Let me get Death Wish aspect on this. Yeah. 39 thorns while berserking. That was the whole point, right? So 39 thorns from this. It's a pretty big boost. For now, it's the single biggest guaranteed source I can get. Oh, and I don't even have enough gold. I have to run another set of whispers. Man, I have like nothing this time around. I might have the temper, actually. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna have to temper some thorns. Barrier generation. Thorns, okay. That's good. Now thorns again. 11 thorns, alright. So thorns, thorns, thorns. And then here. Come on, thorns. Nope, barrier generation. So I got 2 more rolls. Thorns on this one, nice. And then finally, I can roll thorns on my boots. I'm hoping it rolls thorns, but we'll see. 12 thorns, nice. So my total thorns value comes out to... On every piece of equipment, I managed to roll thorns. I have 49 thorns. Just the thorns value alone. And then when I go berserking, I get an additional 39 thorns. So... Alright. So, regarding berserking, there's a couple ways I can go about this. Usually I use leap, then I kick, and then I use ground stomp. I have different ways to give myself my berserking, but I'm just trying to think what I'm going to get rid of. Maybe upheaval. Maybe for upheaval I'm going to switch it here and try to see if I might be able to apply berserking this way and have it actually work. I don't think I needed any of these, right? Your skills using bludgeoning weapons. Yeah, I think none of these were necessary on my build. I think it was just this one and the other modifiers. Apparition, incursion. I could go there quickly and get a boss power or something, but I kind of want to try again now that I have thorns. Like my build is functioning closer to the way it's supposed to. It does take a while for me to get to each of these whispers too, though. It's another problem with this method. A lot of running. Too bad I can't port to these locations like I can with the lair bosses. I can run this one real quick. I should really start like marking or pinning these oh wait, hold on. Right, the whole reason I was here was to try to see if I can test my damage. Penitent. Let's see if it's any good here. Later, I'm gonna need to pick up some boss powers and see if there's any that I could potentially use to speed up my leveling process, but so far, not really anything of value, I can tell. There's like rituals here. I can run rituals since I'm already here. I think these are pretty free. Oh. Okay, I take it back. Maybe they're not so free. Because I actually do need to go down this way. I miscalculated how this area looks. Okay, one of them. Let me actually see how much damage I can do with my whole Thorns gig. Maybe I'm not quite at that stage yet. Maybe I don't have enough berserking. I need 3. Yeah, I can clear these packs, but it's still not worth it despite my best efforts. Not until I get all the aspects I need. Yeah, last season I guess it was okay because like I actually had all the aspects I could want and legendaries and all that. But here it takes a while. Gonna get out of here. Well, at least this makes it easy to decide what not to do for next season. No 5 Grim Favor Whispers. No night. Well, I could have tried Nightmare Dungeons, but I don't think Nightmare Dungeons give like more XP inherently compared to other dungeons. There. See, I got like half a level out of that, didn't I? Or no, it was like 30%. I don't even know. It was a lot of XP though, just by itself. Try and do this corpse really quickly. Fury Ancient. Challenging shout. Lure them all in with taunt. Okay. Yeah, my Thorns is starting to get there though. I do feel like my Thorns is trying to do quite a bit, but I don't really see the damage numbers as much as I'd want to. I see a 109. I think that's fine. Okay, so my upheaval now only does like 40 damage compared to before. And then when he swings, he takes like 48. Yeah, okay, I see it. That's 48 damage on my Thorns. Oh, here he is. I also still do enough damage to kill these elites, which is also kind of nice. Kill some more snakes really quickly. Alright. Lucky for me, I don't think I need to do the class quest, right? Oh, that was a nice overpower. And I think my harvest should be maxed out, so turn this in. Alright. Did I just get stunned? I think I did. Yeah, I gotta keep applying my berserking. But the problem is, whenever I do apply berserking, I actually do stun, or whenever I use upheaval, I stun some of the monsters, and then they can't hit me. This is why I need Needle Flare. I specifically need to get Needle Flare so that I get some AoE on these guys. There. Alright. Weapon technique. Give me a second here. So, in this case, increase damage to vulnerable enemies. I'm going to use my axe, rank 3. So 3% more damage to vulnerable. And then later, ideally, I'd like to have a pole arm, since that can give me enhanced damage to healthy enemies. Again, works well with Thorns if I can bring them down all the way from like 100 to 0 and 1 Thorns hit. Yeah, I got a collection of materials. Finally, we got something that... Oh. That was 100. Was that 100 veiled crystals? That was 100 veiled crystals. There. That's very nice. Yeah, okay. Next time, I'll probably just spam a bunch of 1s and 3s. Like whispers. Just so that I can
That looks warm. I
get
can fix
something
it.
like that. Now... Oh, yeah, let me start off with probably the most important one. Death Wish or Needle Flare? Yeah, Needle Flare, this is the one. Okay, I'm gonna salvage this, or I'm gonna imprint this first, then it's time to get some natural finesse. Natural finesse. Distant enemies, whatever, I guess. Natural finesse. That was close. Ideally, I wanted just plain damage, yeah. Natural finesse. 10% damage, okay. Plain damage. Natural finesse. Plain damage. Okay, try and roll this one next. Okay, plain damage. And then I'm missing an amulet, so I'm gonna try something really quickly. Oh, no, I was gonna try to roll for an amulet, but I guess I don't have enough obols anyway. Damage, damage, damage. Oh. I am missing an aspect on my gloves. I wonder if there's any ones available. I guess not. It's really these two. What I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna put this. I can afford it. I know I already have an aspect. I already have that aspect, but because this is legendary now, I can also put natural finesse on this. Damage close. Damage to CC. That's good enough. Okay. Damage across the board, along with some damage to close and some damage to distance, so it sort of evens out. And then ultimate damage, strike, power. I can do vulnerable, I guess. Yeah, I could do vulnerable here. But
Color.
1,
Brilliant.
2, 3, 4. Alright, I probably will want this Tebrin a little later too. That's good.
The way
But
the
I don't have a way to trigger it, the only problem. Just put strike chance. Yeah, now I just need ways to keep proccing my fury. I feel like my upheaval isn't doing nearly as much as it used to, so I'm gonna use kick instead. Maybe I'm gonna like this for now. Basic skills generate more fury is also an available option. So yeah, I can get kick here. Challenging shout, kick, ground stomp. Yeah, I think usually I do it like this. Alright. I'm ready to try another penitent difficulty dungeon. We're about an hour in, and I think we're like, what, level 15? 16, okay. Reminds me of leveling the really early days, season 0. Alright. Alright, hallowed stones. Shout. Oh, yeah. There. That lines up much more with what I was expecting. Now, I'm just missing my key passive, which is in, like, however many levels. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Wait, why is it kicking him? Why is it kicking him backward? Enemies with... Oh. Oh, yeah, I need to turn into a core skill. I remember now. Yeah, maybe... Yeah, I can use this one. Yeah, okay. Now it doesn't kick them backwards, because that was pretty annoying. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, this is Penitent, right? I double checked this is Penitent, but this is kind of what the build is supposed to look like at this point. So, maybe I need my key passive first. I think that with my key passive, suddenly everything will become much easier. That's really how it goes. That was a good kick. Yeah. See, my level up is going up a little bit, but I just don't think it's like the whole point of this leveling method is that Thorns itself is supposed to scale really nicely with this build, but it does take a lot of time to ramp up, and I think that it's only when I unlock my key passive that things get way more smooth. Because right now it's still, there's still some things about the build that, well, it's like sort of slow in a lot of regards. Alright, 70% the way there. Gonna open this door. This is not bad. Like, I've already gotten like 70% XP. I was hoping to find one of those cursed wells, but haven't really found many of those, or cursed shrines too. And killing bosses is still annoying as ever. Everything up until now has been alright. This thing just takes forever to bring down. Yeah. I guess just killing monsters just takes way too long. Like, there's no way that this can compete with Vessel of Hatred leveling, or even if I were to just spam Whispers. Well, at least that's good information to know going into next season. Don't play Penitent if you're trying to go fast. Yeah, I'm probably going to play entirely on normal, at most hard, unless... Well, unless I really want to test my damage or something, but even that is a bit of a stretch. Like, with my Companion Druid, I like to flex and see my damage numbers just go sky high for, like, pre-Torment, but in terms of actually leveling quickly, I don't think it's worth it. Like, I'd rather just run whatever the seasonal questline is, and if not seasonal questline, then Whispers. 5 Grim Paper Whispers. All that. Alright. Yeah, I still got my Needle Flare, so it's going. I have a good amount of survivability too, which also helps. Spike Baton. That doesn't help, I guess. I'm looking for a better two-hander so that I can get more thorns, though. Yeah. Head up north here. Vesicator. What is this? Why? I'm actually doing quite a bit of damage this. I don't know why earlier there was that one monster that was taking forever to die. damage on this. 130 Fury in 5 seconds. Okay, interesting. But these challenges don't give you any XP. Right. Yeah, I guess I could have like tried to time it, how long it takes to clear a penitent versus how long it takes to run whispers, but I'm pretty sure it's like twice as fast because I get grim favors. Like every time I turn in a whisper, I get like XP, and then after the grim favors, I also get XP from turning in like 10 grim favors, right? So whisper XP and then 10 grim favor is worth of XP. The season with the witch tides, like everything was like given so quickly, but I think here it'll be a little bit slower. Five more levels before I unlock, well, 6 I guess before I get my key passive. Yeah, what's my Thorns value at now? 76 if I activate challenging shout, and 70 and 49 otherwise. It's okay, I suppose, but also oh, I could probably get a potion up too. Thorns. I want to actually see. Hold on. My Thorns 49. By challenging oh no, that's the wrong skill to use Thorns for. There, up to 88 now, so yeah, it does make a really big difference if I'm on Berserk mode, for sure. You know what, though? I just realized it. Probably this build will be a lot stronger if it's like my second... Like, if you're making a second character, you probably potentially can take on Penitent on this build. I just DC. I got disconnected off the game. Not even the end of the PTR yet. This is very bizarre. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to be right back. Yeah, I'll have to be right back then. 1 second.